Namaste. So tonight I'm going to read the 8th book, chapter 1, on the description of the worlds. Om Vakratuna Mahakaya Surya Koti Samprabhati. Hariyam Tatsat. Janamajaya asked, Lord, I have heard all that you have described about the sweet nectar-like characters of the kings of the solar and the lunar dynasties. Now kindly describe the real tattva of the Vidat form of the great Devi and how she was worshipped in every manvantara by the regent of that manvantara and the kings thereof. In what part of the year and in which place, under which circumstances and in what form and with what mantras was the Devi worshipped? I'm very anxious to hear all this. O Guru, in fact, describe the gross forms of the Adya Shakti, the Devi Bhagavati, by concentrating attention to which I can have the power to understand the subtle forms of the Devi, and I can get the highest good in this world. Vyasa said, O King, now here I am describing to you in detail about the worship of the Devi Bhagavati that leads to the welfare of the whole world, the hearing of which of the practice of which enables one to get the highest good. In days of yore, the Devarishi Narada asked Narayana about this very point. I will now tell you what the Bhagavan, the promulgator of the Yoga Tattva, advised Narada. Once on a time, the powerful Devarishi Narada, entitled with all the yogic powers and born from the body of Brahma, was traveling all over this earth and came to the hermitage of the Rishi Narayana. Resting a while and the troubles of the journey over, he bowed down to the yogi Narayana and asked him, what you ask me now? Narada said, O Deva Mahadeva, O Deva Mahadeva, O thou the ancient Purusa, the excellent one, O omniscient, O thou the holder of the universe, O thou who art the repository of the good qualities and who art praised by all. O Deva, now tell me, what is the ultimate cause of this universe? Whence has this universe its origin? And how does it rest? To whom does it take refuge? Where does it dissolve in the time of pralaya? Where do all the karmas of these beings go to? And what object is that whose knowledge destroys forever the Maya, the cause of all the Moha, illusion, whose worship, what japa, and whose meditation in the lotus of heart are to be made, by which, O Deva, the knowledge of Paramatman arises in the heart, as the darkness of the night vanishes by the rising of the sun. O Deva, kindly reply to these my questions in such a clear manner as the ignorant people in this samsara can understand and get themselves across this ocean of samsara. Vyasa said, thus asked by the Devarishi, the ancient Narayana, the best of the Munis, the great yogi gladly spoke. O Devarishi, here I will now speak to you all the tattvas of this world. knowing which the mortal never falls into the illusion of this world. O child, the original cause of this universe is the Devi Mahamaya, the image of the Supreme Chaitanya Parabrahma. This is the opinion of the Rishis, the Devas, Gandharvas, and other intelligent persons. It is written in the Vedas and other Sastras that the Devi Bhagavati, worshipped by all in the universe, creates, preserves, and destroys the universe by the influence of her three gunas. I now describe to you the nature of the Devi, worshipped by the Siddhas, Gandharvas, and Rishis, the mere remembering of whom destroys all sins and gives final liberation, moksha, and dharma, artha, and kama also. The powerful Swayambhuva Manu, the first, the husband of Satyarupa, the prosperous and the ruler of all the Manvantaras, worshipped the sinless Prajapati Brahma, his father, with due devotion and satisfied him when the grandsire of the Lokas, the Hiranyagarbha, spoke to his son. The excellent worship of the Devi should be done by you. By her grace, O son, your work of creating worlds will be successful. Thus spoken by Brahma. The Vibhu Swayambhuva Manu, the Virat incarnate, worshipped the world mother with great austerities, and with his concentrated devotion, he satisfied the Devi Devesi, and began to chant hymns to her, the firstborn, the Maya, the Shakti of all, and the cause of all causes. Manu said, Thou art Brahma, the ocean of the Vedas, Krishna, the abode of Lakshmi, Purandara. I bow down again and again to thee, the Devasi, the cause of Maya, the cause of this universe. Thou holdest Sankha, the conch shell, Chakra, Gada, etc. in thy hands, and thou reside in the heart of Narayana. Thou art the Vedas incarnate, the world mother, the auspicious one, bowed down by all the Devas and the knower of the three Vedas. O thou endowed with all powers and glory, O Mahamaya, Mahagabhagi, Mahodayi, the self-manifested, thou residest as the better half of Mahadeva, and thou dost all what are dear to him. Thou art the most beloved of Nanda, the cowherd, in the form of Mahamaya, the daughter who concealed Krishna and slipped from the hands of Kamsa and got up in the air and remained as Vindhya Vasini. Also in the form of Shri Krishna, thou gavest much pleasure and wert the cause of all the festivities. Thou takest away the fear due to plague, etc. Thou art worshipped by the Devas, O thou, the auspicious Bhagavati. Thou art the welfare of all incarnate. Thou fructifiest the desires of all to success. Thou art the one to whom all take refuge, and thou removest there all the dangers. O thou, the three-eyed Gauri Narayani, obeisance to thee. I bow down to that ocean of all brightness and splendor without beginning or end, the one consciousness wherein this endless universe rises and remains interwoven therein. I bow down to the Devi whose gracious glance enables Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheswara to do their respective works of creating, preserving, and destroying the universe. O Devi, thou art the only one whom all can bow, since the lotus-born Brahma, terrified by the horrible dechas, was freed by thy prowess only. O Bhagavati, thou art modesty, fame, memory, lustre. Thou art Lakshmi, Girija, the daughter of Himalaya. Thou art Sati, the Daksha's daughter. Thou art the Savitri, the mother of the Vedas. Thou art the intelligence of all, and thou art the cause of fearlessness. So I now engage myself reciting thy japam, thy hymns, and thy worship. I meditate on thee and see thy form within my heart and hear thy praises. Be graciously pleased on me, O Devi. It is by thy grace that Brahma is the revealer of the four Vedas. Vishnu is the Lord of Lakshmi. Indra is the Lord of the Devas. And of the three worlds, Varuna is the lord of waters, Kuvera is the lord of wealth, Yama is the lord of the dead, Nairita is the lord of the Rakshasas, and Soma is the lord of the water, element and praised by the three worlds. Therefore, O auspicious world mother, I bow down again and again to thee. Narayana said, O child, when Swayambhuva Manu, the son of Brahma, chanted thus the hymns to the Adya Shakti Bhagavati Narayani, she became pleased and spoke to him thus. The Devi said, O king, the Brahma's son, I am pleased with your devoted worship and hymns, so ask boon from me that you desire. Manu said, O Devi, if thou art graciously pleased, grant that my creation be finished without any hitch. The Devi said, O King of Kings, by my blessing your work of creation will be completed without any obstruction, and by your punya merits they will no doubt multiply on and on. He who reads with devotion this hymn stotra composed by you will get sons, fame and beauty in the world, and in the end he will be entitled to the highest place. The people will have powers unopposed by anybody, will get wealth and grains, will get victory everywhere and happiness, and his enemies will be ruined. Narayana said, O child, the Devi Bhagavati, Adya Shakti, granted thus the desired boon to Swayambhuva Manu, and vanished away at once from his sight. Then the powerful Manu, obtaining thus the boon, spoke to his father, O father, now give me a solitary place where I can worship the Devi with sacrifices and do my work of creating a good number of people. Hearing thus the words of the son, the Prajapati, the Lord thought over the matter for a long time, how this work would be done. Alas, I have spent an endless time in this work of creation, but as yet nothing has been done. For the earth, the receptacle of all the jivas, is submerged in water and has gone down to the Rasatala. What is to be done now? There is only one hope, and that is this. If the Bhagavan, the primeval person under whose command I am engaged in this work of creation, helps me in this work of mine, no doubt it will be accomplished then and only then. Here ends the first chapter of the 8th book on the description of the worlds in the Mahapuranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedvyasa. Om Jayanti Mangalakari Bhadrakali. Tuya Mata Chapita Tuya Tuya Mata Chasakatu Vidya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.